33. But seek ye first the kingdom of Yahawah and his righteousness, and all these things shall be added unto you.
Right, seek the kingdom and his righteousness, man. The law, statutes, commandments, that's about order, man. That's making you a perfect man, man. You know what I'm saying? And at the end of the day, you're going to get that power, you're going to get that glory, man. And women follow after that, man. It ain't about the so-called white men. At the end of the day, it's about the power, because the Most High gave them that, man.
And like, see, when you, because Jake don't understand basically the hustle, man. Like when you watch, like, because brothers into certain things, when you watch like boxing and shit like that, if you watch like an athlete, how he work out, that nigga dedicated his whole life to that sport. And then the bitches come with that, man. The women, the gold, all it comes with. If you dedicate your life to something, all that's gonna come, man. Just focus on what's important, man. You know what I mean? Yeah.
Right, because even when you do, you got to find it, but you fuck her, then after you done busting out, it's like, all right, yeah, you ain't even on this shit no more, man. But that don't happen in the spirit.
Yeah, she trying to put your leg on her, you do it, you know?
I would say, if I can elaborate, you know, even in this world, women as a whole, you know, they just want to see a guy that's like basically like dedicated to something, you know? Yeah, exactly. No matter what, like, even these women in Babylon, you know, they don't give a fuck what you're doing, you know? You can be shoe shining, but if you're the best shoe shiner in the world, you best believe you're getting the pussy, okay? Hell yeah. They just want to see you dedicated to it, you know? Why not be dedicated to the truth?
The one I quoted, like, you might be able to reset that. This is 2 Samuel, chapter 12, verse 8. I gave you your master's house.
Right. You know what I'm saying? He had, I actually wanted to expound on that right quick. Saul, you know what I'm saying? He would have did what the Lord told him to, verbatim as he told him. He wouldn't have got mad. And what did he get mad over? The women. What happened with the women? They came and they start praising King David. Oh, you killed way more than King Saul did. He got angry. And ever since then, he had that angry attitude and wanted to get and kill King David.
Yeah, that's to say the Lord put an evil spirit on him.
The Lord put the evil spirit on him because he didn't do as he commanded. Yeah. He said it's better for you to obey me than for me to light your sacrifices. You know what I'm saying? Same thing go with the law, statutes, and commandments. I would rather you obey me than set up, you know, 2 turtle doves and this and that with the woo, you know what I'm saying, to burn me a sacrifice. That's why he did away with that shit. Because Jake was going off, giving an inch and taking a mile.
Yeah,
premeditating wickedness.
And your master's wives and took your keeping.
Right, he had his daughter, was it Michael, something like that.
I always get the pronunciation wrong too.
Because it's Micah, but with 2 A's.
Yeah.
And the L, it's like, I don't know if it's a long A or short A.
Michael,
Michael.
Yeah, Michael. Brothers know what we talking about.
Y'all know what I'm saying.
And gave you the house of Israel and Judah.
Right, and gave you the house of Israel and Judah. Keep going.
And if that had been too little, I also would have given you much more.
Right, so it's nothing for the Lord to deliver any and everything in your hands, but if it ain't his will and the time and season for that, it ain't gonna happen. So you gotta, like the brother said, seek ye first the kingdom of heaven, and all things gonna be added unto you. Same with this knowledge and understanding. Brothers, you don't get this overnight. You gotta pray for this. You gotta pray to the Lord with an honest and sincere heart to increase, bring it out, to increase your knowledge, wisdom, and understanding, man. You know, to understand the breakdowns, learn the Hebrew. It's all out there. It's just if you got the willpower to do the research. You know what I'm saying? It's everything that you really earnestly desire. It's shit. The Apostle Elders has been putting up videos for years, so it's a topic for little, you know what I'm saying? It's a chapter, a lesson for any and every little situation, you know? But it's up to if you sincere with wanting to seek the Lord's face.
You gotta want it for yourself, man. You can't do this for, I mean, it's about pleasing the Lord. You gotta want it for yourself, or you ain't gonna last long.
Right.
You can't just like YAHAWASHI, when they get his ass exposed and get fucking killed, then what? Y'all put y'all faith in man, man. Y'all do anything that nigga say, y'all fucking follow up, man. I mean, we get double honor to the elders and apostles, man. You know what I'm saying? Because through the Spirit, the Lord is dealing with them, man.
That's in the scripture,
this is a spiritual thing. Yeah, you supposed to. It said that what? 2 Timothy or
5 or 17.
Yeah. You know, you had a precept. Yeah.
This is James, chapter 1, verse 5. If any of you lack wisdom, let him ask of Yahawah, that giveth to all men liberally, and upbraideth not, and it shall not be given him.
And that's what, I mean, that's what he blessed Abraham, Isaac, you know, the seed for it to be wise, man. Everything starts with wisdom, so he ain't gonna refute a diligent son Because he said he deal with us as sons, man. You know what I'm saying? That's why he chastised us, man, not from wisdom, man. You know what I'm saying? That's more precious than silver and gold, man. You know what I'm saying? That's more finer than any woman you will ever have, man. It's wisdom, man. You know? Built on that up.
So if you want to seek the Lord, that was, you got that, James? You want to know this knowledge and understanding, you got to seek the Heavenly Father, ask for Him. Like He said, would give it to all men liberally. All right? So you got to be sincere with it, not half-assed. Keep going to that Psalms. I believe you left off on 20, was it 34?
Yeah, it was like 29.
All right. You got it.
I think it was 26.
Go ahead.
Psalms 37 and 26. It say he is ever merciful and landed. His seed is blessed. Depart from evil and do good and do well forevermore. For the Lord loveth judgment and forsaketh not his saints. They are preserved forever, but the seed of the wicked shall be cut off.
All right. Keep going. And that's straight. That's a straight cut. That's a headshot. You know what I'm saying? That the wicked gonna be cut off. Meaning that one, not everybody gonna be saved, but two, somebody gotta feel that lot, that wicked lot. Somebody got that name on it. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah. So we know you sweet.
So you with it? This Psalms 37 and 28. It say for the Lord, wait, I got that. This verse 29. It say the righteous shall inherit the land and dwell therein forever. The mouth of righteous speak of wisdom, and his tongue talk of judgment.
Right. The mouth of the righteous speak of wisdom, which is not what we're doing. The scripture say in Proverbs 1 and 20 that riches, wisdom cried without water. Wisdom cried without. You know what I'm saying? She uttered her voice in the streets, teaching or speaking. You know what I'm saying? That's what we're doing now. We utter it. We're speaking out loud, out in the streets. All right. That wisdom of the gospel, which the word is YAHAWASHI. All right. Telling you to come back to Him, the mediator. And that's the only way to get to the Father. You can't get to the Father unless you go through the Son. You got it?
The law of the Most High is in his heart. None of his steps shall slide. The wicked watches the righteousness and seek to slay him.
The wicked watches the righteous and seek to slay him. And part of that persecution, can you grab me St. Luke 11 and I believe it's 25? Right quick.
This is St. Luke, chapter 11, verse 25.
I'm about to make sure. No. It's in the 11th chapter. Give me a second. Go to, it's in the 40, my fault. 40, try 49. Yeah, that's what I want. 49 and 50, that's what I want.
This is Luke, chapter 11, verse 49. Therefore also said the wisdom of Yahawah, I will send them prophets and apostles, and some of them they shall slay and prosecute.
Right, some of them they gonna slay and persecute. Like I said, the persecution has already begun. They already oppressing us. All right, they trying to frustrate our purpose. In Ezra 4 and 5, it talk about that. In the time of our builder, they trying to frustrate our purpose. All right, they go and try to take down videos, mark them, flag them, get them removed. The good edifying information probably went sat down for like an hour. You know what I'm saying? Going in on one good key topic and then go and remove it just because they don't like it. And we supposed to have freedom of speech, so the persecution has already begun. But the slaying, to a degree, you know what I'm saying? But it's not like it's gonna be doing Jacob's trouble and some brothers' lot. So some of the those great men, which we may have to be martyrs, is going to be slain. And that's just the will of the Heavenly Father. It's not unfortunate as it may seem, though. Because like the scripture said, we were just elaborating and we bring it out, but yesterday we did. Wisdom of Solomon, the 3rd chapter, in the sight of the unwise, they seem to die. All right? So it ain't really death, it's really living, but they're going to do that, though. Get that 50, though.
Verse 50, that the blood of all the prophets which were shed from the foundation of the world, right, may be required of this generation.
Right, the blood of the prophets is going to be required of this generation, all right? Meaning basically that them same men from the days of old is going to be here today. That's how he said in Revelation 1 and 7, all eyes going to see me, even those which pierce me, all right? They're going to be slain because they coming through the reincarnation, fulfilling the same lot, the same role. If you was wicked then, you're wicked now. If you was a prophet then, you're a prophet now. And so long story short, like he said, they're going to start to try to slay and persecute some of us. Here you go to one brother. And what else he saying at 50? He was saying that, that the blood is going to be required of this generation. That's why 2/3 of the nation of Israel got to be destroyed. And you got to pray, man. You got to pray too.
Wrote it down for you.
Right. Where the paper at?
my house.
No, man, you can't be at
It's
your
supposed
house.
to be
We
in
told-
your heart, man.
Yeah, we told you to keep it on you.
Okay.
That was a quick brief, like, it's all good. It's all good.
Good, good. You see what's honest.
He said that last time, though.
Yeah, he said the same shit. It's in my
Honest,
house.
Yeah, this Psalms 37 and 33. They say the Lord will not leave him in his hand, nor condemn him when he is judged. Wait on the Lord and keep his way, and he shall exalt thee to inherit the land.
Right.
And when the wicked are cut off, thou shalt see it.
Right. When the wicked is cut off, we're going to see it. Lord, will we the elect? We want to see the fall and downfall and destruction of our enemies. So when the chariots come, they not just going to grab us up and take us back to Israel. They going to hover up and look down and see the fall and destruction of our enemy. Like one of my favorites is Terminator the Third movie. At the end, they had the missiles being shut off. You can see each like basically places getting hit. You know what I'm saying? Like it's an outscale view of the Earth, and you see different missiles flying and hitting. It'll shake you up a bit. If you see it, it's called Terminator. What is that? Judgment Day? No, not Judgment Day. The other one, the third one. When the nigga grown, the little nigga grown now.
It's her son.
Long story short, like I said, they got that apocalypse scene in the end. I got it on my phone, and I'll show you at the campus song. Long story short, that's about to come to fruition. And like I said in Isaiah 42:9, before things spring forth, I tell you of them. He do it on the left and the right hand side. The elite will tell you that in the movies and the video games, shit like that. You got the spiritual discernment, you know what I'm saying, to see these things, the subliminal messages. And the elect, the prophets, the men that's out there on the highways and the byways will also do that too. We out here telling you through the scriptures, all right? So you being forewarned, whether you hear or whether you forbear. All right, it's up to you to take heed to it and hide yourself as a prudent man would. You got it, right?
That is 35. It say, I have seen the wicked in great power, and spreading himself like a green bay tree. Yet he passed away, and lo, he was not. Yet I saw him, but he could not be found.
Right. Like it says in Job, what is it, the 5th chapter or something like that? He's going to be chased away as a vision in the night.
Yeah,
Either the 5th or the 20th.
It's the
20th chapter. Yeah, I be mixing them up. You know what I'm saying? He's going to be chased away as a vision in the night. It's going to be like a nightmare, man. We're going to wake up in the kingdom. It's going to be like a fucking nightmare. You know, and be like, damn, what happened to eat? The man who was oppressing us and doing all that shit after his 1,000 years of hard-bonded slavery, he's being obliterated off the face of the earth. Yeah, straight up. And you all know all your bitch assness. Keep going, huh? I'm gonna switch up at the end of this. At the end of this chapter.
It say, yet he passed away, and lo, he was not. And yet I saw him, but he could not be found. It say, mark the perfect man, and behold the upright. For the end that man is peace.
Right. Rest. In the kingdom, rest is gonna be allowed. That's what we earnestly seeking and desiring for. Not having to get up before the sun is up. I never understood that concept. For school and even for work, I never understood that fucking concept of having to be up before the sun is up. That's just bullshit. You up before even the rooster up. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. You being him up. He looking at his watch like, nigga. You know what I'm saying? Like, what the fuck going? That's my job. Yeah, I'm trying to do it. What the fuck you doing? You know what I'm saying? You up before the sun is up. So we're gonna really get that rest, man, in the kingdom. And Esau, except for the Sabbath, man. Except for the Sabbath, dog. You know what I'm saying? That's the Lord even having mercy on you then, piece of shit.
That's just, man. That's a just power right there, man.
And that's when them swords gonna set in. You know what I'm saying? Them swords, you know, sit down in that water.
Runs like throw some salt right there.
Straight up. Salt right in the wound. Put a slug on your neck. Goddamn leeches and shit. Hey man, we gonna meditate terror. We gonna do all kind of bad shit.
Say that, man.
It's gonna be lawful though. We gonna do all kind of crazy shit until you piece of shit. Right. Hey, the scriptures even say though, our children gonna be playing with the beasts and animals, like King David did. He played with a bear. You know, ain't nothing for them to, you know what I'm saying, look for the spirit on them like, hey man, tell this lion to go maul that nigga. Right. You know what I'm saying? Give me some entertainment. Make me laugh. You know what I'm saying? Occupy my time until supper ready. Occupy my time until supper ready. Right? You know what I'm saying? Be out there playing. Hey man, they play kickball with Gad Head, man. Like you gotta understand the shit that why we upset and why we mad. Y'all playing kickball with a human's head, man, of our own brothers.
Right. That got women and got children, man. You know what I'm saying? That shit is just wicked as hell, man. Esau think they God, man. So that's the problem. That's why they gotta fucking go, man. And the same thing is gonna happen to you fucking devils, man.
Keep going, to the end of the chapter.
Yeah, kind. This 37 and 38, it say, but the
Oh,
transgression.
Salakia, right quick. He said, mark the perfect man as well. And that's what we out here doing. We fishing for the elect. You know, trying to mark the perfect man. That if they of the elect, Lord willing, they're going to get the mark of exemption. Exemption from judgment. Exemption from being destroyed. All right? It's a different mark in Ezekiel 9 and 4 than it is in Revelation 13 and 16.